Time for a ET Now exclusive. L&T is in focus, especially the hydrocarbon end of the business is witnessing very good growth and big order wins. Mr. Subramanian Sarma, whole-time director and president of the energy vertical hydrocarbon comes under, is now joining us for a discussion on a major order win. Mr. Sarma, good afternoon. Thank you so much for your time. A 35,000 crore order from Saudi Aramco for their own expansion of oil and gas projects. This is really a big one after a long time. Talk to us about how is the visibility looking, how material is this order, and you have your relationship with Aramco going, how is it progressing?
Yeah, Ajay, thank you for having me here. So I think good to be connecting with ET. So firstly, I want to clarify that this award of 35,000 crore was something which we had received earlier. We had already announced. So it was more of a event which was held by Aramco and the ministry. And it was a more of a formal event. So it's not a new award, but as such, it is a event that was held for the award, which was already given to us in November last year. So that's one thing. In terms of prospects, of course, we enjoy a very good reputation with Aramco, I think, which we have built over the last 6-7 years, and we are enjoying currently a reasonably good market share in some of the major developments. The Jafurah one, which you have on your screen, is a major development, and we have a very large share. And it will sort of really put us in a good league in terms of being able to access many such the opportunities that will arise out of this development and many more. And as you know, that we are also, as in L&T is going big in energy transition, also focusing on new technologies and green development, and arising out of those initiatives also will be many more prospects in Saudi Arabia with respect to blue ammonia and liquid to chemicals, where we are very well positioned. So overall, I see a very sort of a good picture, good pipeline and horizon for us in the next 6 to 12 months.
Sharma, I can understand that. I see exactly the script layout. About a year back, I was in conversation with Mr. Nayak, and he said, you see how oil and gas and hydrocarbon, and especially he, pressed upon new energy, how this becomes a meaningful part of L&T's growth story from here on, triggered by what is happening in, of course, the Middle East, but back home in India. So I want to understand this. Saudi Aramco and some other large clients in Middle East are going with very heavy capex plans because they are changing their legacy business models to new energy vertical, not abandoning legacy, but adopting new energy as well in the process. What kind of visibility does it offer? How many years ahead? What is the strength of L&T to work closely with these kind of players? Because this is a, if not multi-year, almost a decade kind of opportunity. So this can remain a very big annuity kind of a flow for you?
Yeah, see, listen, I think currently there are three themes running concurrently. One is, of course, accelerated monetization of their existing assets, predominantly in the oil and gas, and because gas is also replacing as a good bridging fuel for the energy transition. So those developments are being accelerated across the Middle East by all the major customers. In addition to that, they are also looking at carbon reduction. So there are carbon capture projects, there are blue ammonia projects, and so on and so forth. And third one is that they are also positioning and making themselves future ready for when the energy transition happens, then demand for oil decreases. Then they are finding alternative use for oil through chemicals, petrochemicals. So this is called as oil to chemicals prospects. And they are sort of running on all these three parallel tracks at the same time, almost all the customers. And which really puts us in a great position because we have built a track record in all of this. And as L&T Energy, we have built capabilities in the conventional as well as in the low carbon solutions, what we call it as carbon light solutions, and also in green. So we are participating in all of those prospects. And I see these concurrent themes progression lasting for at least minimum 5 years, maybe longer. So I think overall the outlook is quite positive, and thankfully we have been there for a long time. We established ourselves well, we have built a good reputation, and we just now need to stay focused be very selective in how we build that portfolio and participate in all the prospects which are coming our way.
Right. Mr. Sarma, hydrocarbon segments forms almost, 10 to 12% of total revenue of L&T. Very good growth. Order for growth is almost 47%, 10% plus margins, which have actually expanded. Can you share some light on what kind of growth can this segment sustain? How are the margins? Does it have positive bias even from current levels?
Well, I think they like I said, because of the concurrent themes running, the prospects are very positive. I mean, in my 40 years, I have not seen such level of activities happening in the hydrocarbon space, or energy space rather, in a broader sense. And and therefore, our growth rate should be consistent with what we have achieved recently. And definitely within the group, as per the group overall group growth rate targets. And we will be selective. I mean, because we have to also be careful that that we undertake what we can deliver well, because it takes long time to build reputation, and we want to maintain that reputation. And in that part of that process, if things go well, then we should be able to maybe even slightly improve our margins. That's the way we see the things now.
Should be good news for your shareholders. Just one word before I let you go, please allow me, because you understand the subject very well. I want you to also just scan the environment back home in terms of hydrocarbons. When we speak with, some of the PSU refiners, we see that different projects have good capex out there. Indian companies are also taking good initiatives in renewables and hydrocarbon of new energy vertical. You yourself as a company also doing there, plus helping many others. How is this opportunity size back home in this field?
I mean, again, even in the domestic market, it's a very positive outlook. I mean, if you see now, we announced recently in the last 3 months 3 contracts from ONGC, who have been our long-term customer, and we are thankful to them for the confidence they have reposed on us. And that will continue, because energy security is a big issue for India, and ONGC is one of the major developers, and they will continue to invest, in my view, and we will participate in those and play a role and contribute in the development of those infrastructure. When it comes to refineries and petrochemicals, it's cyclic. Now, a lot of projects have been already underway or completed, and the next cycle will start soon. And we are seeing that some refineries in Bina and also in South. And then more importantly, also, I think all these refineries also will go for integrated petrochemicals, because petrochemicals is the future. With the growing economy and high GDPs, the demand for petrochemical also will increase. So the country will have to invest in petrochemical projects. In addition to that, like you said, we have positioned ourselves also for the newer energy and cleaner sources of energy. L&T Power has been now renamed as L&T Carbon Light, so we will participate through that business in some of the carbon capture and projects, and also other carbon light solutions. And then in the green, we are participating very actively in most of the tenders which is coming out from Ministry of Renewable as well as Ministry of Petroleum for both green hydrogen and blue ammonia. So I think all in all, and both our core markets in the Middle East and West Asia as well as in India, we see a large pipeline. And then, like I said, we'll have to pursue those carefully, selectively, and responsibly, so that we build a nice quality portfolio.
Excellent, Mr. Sarma. Thank you so much for your time, and good luck.
Thank you.
This is a very important end of the business, of course. Revenue-wise, 12-13%, but it adds a lot of heft in terms of order flow, good margins. And remember, this is an area both overseas, Middle East doing a massive overhaul of their entire energy portfolio, as Mr. Sarma was explaining, legacy as well as new energy concurrent.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.